Morning guys, coming to you this morning from Pattaya Beach, and it's a nice morning. Actually, it's not too hot yet. It's about 9 a.m, so a lot of the people in Pattaya are still asleep. Pattaya, or as the Thais call it, Pattaya. You say tomato, I say tomato, or the other way around. So yeah, I thought I'd come out this morning and just have a little walk along the beach, and then have a chat about coming to Pattaya. Pattaya itself for a holiday. I think it's a really good destination. It gets a bad rap because it's probably the capital, the sex capital of the world, if not close. But I mean, there's so much else here, and unfortunately, it really does get a bad rap. You mention Pattaya, and people think you're coming here for one reason and one reason only. I come here every time we come on holidays. We come down here to spend about a week, because it's only 2 hours south of Bangkok in a cab, and that cab is about 60 Australian dollars. You can get it a little bit less if you find a good taxi company, which we always come back to the same one. It helps if you know a Thai, because they can speak and negotiate with the taxi companies. But yeah, I thought we'd have a little walk around this morning. As you can see, not many people on the beach just yet. The sand is damp. We copped a hammering with the rain last night, and all the little side soils were flooded. So there wasn't many people on the beach last night, although it's amazing. I'll show you our hotel shortly, but we're in probably one of the best locations, I think. So you can't really see anything, but just through those trees behind me is where our hotel is, and this is Beach Road. So the road that goes up along the beach, basically from North Pattaya. Actually, what I might do is I might turn the camera around so you can actually see what I'm talking about instead of looking at my head. And like I said, we'll have a bit of a chat, have a bit of a walk around, and we'll take it from there. Right guys, so this is Beach Road, and that's our hotel just there. It's called the LK Empress. It's been here, I mean, I don't know how old it is, but it's an aging hotel, but it's nice. It's the service is good. We just came from a 5-star hotel in Bangkok, and I actually prefer the service and everything else at LK Empress Hotel. But the location, you probably can't really beat the location. If you down that end, that's North Pattaya. So Beach Road stretches from right down there where Terminal 21 is, sort of down that way, and then it comes all the way to, if you go to the end of the beach down there, you get to Walking Street, the notorious Walking Street. So, and we've got a beach view, so we're right at the front there. The only thing I didn't think of is it does get a bit noisy. It seems quiet from around 7 p.m. and you think, oh geez, it's a quiet night, but then gets to about 11 p.m. and that's when everyone comes out. I guess to start their nights around that time. So I guess one thing to be mindful of, like I said, it rained last night and it rained heavily. So if you're coming to Pattaya just for the beach scene, probably choose your times of year to come. We're just at the start of the rainy season, so it's a bit of a lottery whether you're going to get rain or whether it's going to be sunny. There's plenty to do if you're at the beach, and actually it's not a bad day. There's parasailers out there at the moment. There's jet skis. There's all sorts of water activities. I would be mindful, guys, if you are renting a jet ski, and a lot of people get put off because of they hear about the scams and everything. If you're going to hire a jet ski, take some video or some photos of the jet ski, because a lot of people are a bit wary. They don't want to get scammed. They've heard about the scams that where you take a jet ski out, you come back and they'll point something out and say that you did it, and then next thing you're up for paying for a repair that you didn't actually do. The other thing I wanted to talk about is this time of year, or not just this time of year, but at the moment, tourism's right down in Thailand, and probably a few factors. We had there was an earthquake here a couple of months ago, and that really put people off coming here. But you know, I don't know when the last time Thailand had an earthquake before that was. But look, what about there's so many other places where earthquakes happen all the time. And yes, there was a building that collapsed, which was sad. But stuff happens everywhere. And so that's one of the reasons people have sort of stopped coming here, and why the tourism industry's died down a little, especially in Thailand. People are starting to opt for other places like Cambodia, Vietnam. But you definitely notice that there's less people around, and you talk to the businesses and shop owners, and they're feeling it. I mean, when it's good, it's good. They had Songkran a couple of months ago here, where the place was packed, but once that's over, once all the tourists leave after Songkran, it's really, I wouldn't say it's dead. Like, it picks up later, and it looks quiet now because it's early in the morning. But guys, what's better on a hot day than to come and sit at the beach, have a fresh coconut, nice and cold. They keep them in those eskies there. Just sit down and watch life go by. Another good thing to do, there's bars all the way along this street, and sometimes it's good just to sit at a bar and just watch, especially in the evening, say 7-8 o'clock, when people are just starting to come out. If you like your people watching, and there's all sorts in Pattaya. Pattaya's got everything, right? We'll actually move back to Thailand probably in about 5 years, so we won't live right in Pattaya here, but this is the area that we'll live in. And if you move just out a little bit, so even just 10 minutes away, it's so much cheaper. So ways to get around. So there's the Song Tao, which foreigners call it the BART bus. So this one here that's coming along here, they'll pick you up they'll pick you up and travel up Walking Street and then down and around to the left once they get down the end. Actually, they go to different places. If you go, I don't know if you can see in the distance there, that sort of hill. If you go over the hill, and then it comes down to another place called Jomtien Beach, which is actually quite nice as well. And it's kind of on our radar as a place to possibly settle down when we come back to live here. So there's the Song Tao. They come along like, look, there's another one. You don't have to wait long. That's the other good thing about Thailand, the convenience. There's food everywhere. There's transport everywhere. You're never waiting for a bus or you're never waiting long for wherever you have to go. There's always transport options. So there's another Song Tao there, and it's about 20 baht to go from one end of Walking Street to the other, which is pretty cheap. It's about $1 Aussie, so probably about 70 cents US. There is also the option of renting a scooter. So the only thing is they're cracking right down on. I mean, if you've got an international license and you're going to wear a helmet, you've got nothing at all to worry about. But if you don't have an international license, and it has to be a bike license, right? I came here a couple of years ago with I don't know why I thought it'd be okay, but I had an international car license and I thought I was fine to ride around, and then the police pulled me up and pointed out that it wasn't a bike license. So back then it was a 200 baht fine, so it's about 10 bucks. And now apparently if they're, like I said, they're cracking right down. So apparently if they get you now and you haven't got a helmet, it's a 2,000 baht fine, which is about 100 bucks. Which it's always been that cheap that foreigners have come here and just gone, oh well, if we get pulled up, we pay a $10 fine and move on. But now the crackdown, yeah, it's a bit. You don't want to be paying a 2,000 baht fine and then get pulled up a few times. I was going to walk right down here so there's the big shopping centre, Central Pattaya, underneath the Hilton Hotel, and this is situated right next to the police station. So I was going to actually come down and see, because what happens is right outside the police station, it's generally where they set up the police. They set up and they do tend to target any foreigners that they see. Even last time I got a fine, we actually had helmets on, but just because I was a foreigner, and it's not me being paranoid, because the only people that were actually pulling over were foreigners. So just be mindful of that. I mean, you can take the risk and not go past the police station, and if you know the area, there are spots where they set up, and generally if you avoid those spots, you're going to be fine. But you know what, this time I'm not even going to risk it this time. So we might just, there's the police station, we might just start walking back now. It's getting sunnier and it's definitely getting warmer. I can feel it. A lot of dogs. I don't know if anyone owns these dogs, but they all look relatively healthy, and a lot of them sleep on the beach. beach dogs. Nice life, hey? Nice life for a dog as long as you're getting your food. Why not? Why not be near the water, on the beach? There's also an island, which is an underrated island actually. It's about a 15-minute boat ride, and I might just walk down here, see if you can see it. You probably can't, but so there's an island right over. No, you can't. Anyway, it's over there. It's right over there. It's 15-minute boat ride. It's called Koh Larn. Now there's a few beaches on that island, and there's one where all the tourists get dropped off at, and it's probably not that nice. So a lot of tourists go there, and it's the only thing they see. But there's some really nice. I mean, it's comparable to any other Thailand island in terms of the turquoise water and the white sands. So it's one of my favourites actually, and the fact that you can be there, you know, within half an hour from Pattaya, if you wake up, decide you want to go over to an island for the day or the weekend, there is accommodation over there. It's a really good choice, and that's another reason why this area appeals to us, because it's a couple of hours south of Bangkok, so you've still got that. And Pattaya in itself has got everything, right? You're not missing out on what Bangkok has by coming down to Pattaya. It's really got everything, and it's a little bit cheaper than Bangkok as well. So, like I said, it's got that reputation, which it's probably never going to lose. And you know, if you're going to bring your family here, there's some streets that you should probably avoid, where there's just bar after bar after bar, and girl after girl after girl. But there's also so much else that Pattaya has to offer. There's so many other things to do around here in terms of tours and you know, palaces, and the list is endless really. But what else can I show you? So yesterday I went to get a tattoo for the day. It's becoming my thing to do when we come to Pattaya. I always put one day aside to get a new tattoo. So I can 100% recommend this tattoo. And we did look around a lot the first time. This tattoo place is called TE Tattoo, and good price, good quality. I think when I looked at reviews, they were like they were rated second, and the difference between the one that was rated first and the one that was rated second in price was about half. So they're not the cheapest, but they're definitely not the most expensive. And the service that we've had from them, if you go there, I'll put this down on the page so you can see the name of it. And if you go there, ask for B. B is so helpful. There was a French guy in there yesterday who obviously couldn't speak much English. So B got out the Google Translate, and they were just using that to translate to each other. He was like saying what he wanted in terms of his tattoo, and in the end, I mean, his tattoo was finished before mine, but he left really, really happy. So it's amazing these days how even you can have Google Translate to help with your business, I guess. Especially somewhere here, like with so many different nationalities coming. for their holiday. But what I might do is wrap this up now. But I just wanted to, I guess, come for a bit of a walk and talk about the tourism industry and how things aren't as good as they have been in the past at the moment, especially here in Pattaya. So if you're thinking of coming on a holiday, guys, don't hesitate, and don't overlook Pattaya because of the reputation. Like I said, there's so much else to do. You can be in the trenches with the gentlemen who frequent all the bars, or you can just good morning. You can just I don't know, like look around, walk around. You know what? One of the best things to do around is just there's food everywhere. There's food everywhere, but if you walk around the back lanes, the streets that shoot off the main streets, it's where you find the best and cheapest street food. A lot cheaper than, like I said, we're staying right on Beach Road, so obviously you're paying for the convenience, and everything's a bit more expensive on Beach Road. But if you venture out and go onto those back streets, you can get, instead of paying 100 baht or 150 baht for a fried rice with chicken which is khao pad gai, you're paying 50 baht. So you're paying $2 instead of $6. Big difference if you just make the effort to walk around a little bit. And I mean, it's not, you don't have to walk far, but I can understand why people don't want to do it, because it's hot and you sweat, right? So anyway, guys, that's probably about it for this morning. We're going to go to Terminal 21 later, so we might have a walk around in there. And if you're not familiar with the Terminal 21 concept, it's a shopping centre which is basically like a flight terminal. And there's three that I know of. There's one in Bangkok, there's one in Pattaya, which is here, and there's another one in a place called Korat, which is in the province of Isan, and it's where my partner Pla is from. But back to the LK Empress. The LK Empress, and we might do another short video on this hotel as well. But like I said, if you're looking for a location, this is probably one of the best locations. If you're worried about the noise, you don't need to stay on one of these apartments, which is right at the front. The hotel actually goes back, and if you go down that lane there, that's where the main entrance of the hotel is, and most of the rooms are actually at the back. So, and that hotel is, because we've got the beach front overlooking the water. I think I paid about 120 Aussie a night, so it's probably about 80 US a night. So that's that. Okay guys, so we'll wrap this video up for this morning. Be off to Terminal 21 in a few hours to have a bit of a walk around in the aircon, have some lunch. There's a cheap food court in there where you can get all sorts of different Thai dishes from around $2. So yeah, we like to go there a couple of times during our visit here. So I might take you for a walk through there, and if you haven't been here, I'll just explain the Terminal 21 concept, and people love going to Terminal 21. wow, it's really picked up with the parasailers out there. There's 3, 6, 9, 12. There's about 15 parasailers out there now, and you can see it's quite nice now. The weather's come good. The clouds are disappearing. There is rain forecast, but it seems that it's sort of raining in the afternoon usually for a short time. Last night was a lot, and it was for a few hours. Lucky for me, I was inside getting my tattoo, and by the time I was finished my tattoo, which was a 9-hour job, by the way, so 9 hours, and it cost me around $500 Aussie. So what's that, about $350 US? 9 hours, and it, they're a reputable tattoo place. Like I said, TE Tattoo, good prices, and definitely they're my go-to now. So every time we come back here, I'll be adding one more tattoo to the small collection. It's a small collection as we stand now, but it's growing. So guys, if you like these videos and you want to see more, by all means, if you've got suggestions on how I can do things differently, I definitely take that on board. So write in the comments, like and subscribe. I'm trying to grow this channel, and I know it's not going to be easy, but like I always say, you've got to start somewhere. I mean, every YouTuber started somewhere. So like and subscribe, and guys, I'll see you in the next one.